right. Welcome to some old content from 2018, the very end of 2018. Been about 2 years. Just want to quickly show what progress we had made in the couple months since the last video. So this is the spaceship that your crew would be flying in. Teams of 4 or less. As you can see, rather large and boxy because in space, you need to save as much space as possible. You do not need to be aerodynamic. So over here we got our airlock. We have 6 different shielded tubes that will end up having big old turrets, so you can fire at asteroids, alien ships, and so on. Through these 4 shields here, we have the hangar, rather large, engine room in the back, 4 different crew compartments, 2 on each side, so there's more in the back there. Captain room up here in the middle with all the different crew computers, along with a couple of other, utility rooms like kitchen and bathrooms, meeting room down here, along with the supply room, because a team in space, not only do you need laser guns, but you need frisbees and golf clubs and lawn darts and other such things, because this is a crew that flies through space to have fun. So this would be the supply room. You got one of the exits out into the turret rooms over here. So you can see it goes all the way to the top and all the way underneath, so you can fire from the top and bottom. Another exit over there to a turret tower. You got some rather large rooms, so each player on your team, whether you form a guild or you're just playing randoms, you can customize your room. Bring in all sorts of gear, chairs, beds, photos, little knickknacks that go on the shelves. Just make your room your own. You can bring this with you, whether you're in a spaceship or in one of the other many base types, which I'll be covering later. So here we are. We've got ourselves a meeting room here underneath. Just on the other side of the wall is going to be that supply room we saw. So we're on the first floor. That's pretty much the entirety of it, except back here, we got the hangar, which, as you can see, is rather large. Engine room in the back, more turret exits, and no engine. We didn't get around to doing the visuals. The focus was on the structure, the usability. So moving up the ramps here, ignore these white bits. I'll explain that in a second. Again, more crew rooms. One of these could be yours. And then we got nice little T-shaped hallways here, which you'd end up having like kitchen spaces there, and then some, nice long benches along the wall where people can eat, little tables, that kind of thing. And in the middle is where the crew would fly the ship. As you can see, you got some little benches here. Sort of hard to see with the reflections. Let's go over here, actually. So you'd have computer screens all along the sides here. We got 4 chairs, both to act as places to sit and as obstacles for miniature golf, which I'll explain in a moment. And then you'd have one last crew console for the pilot here, again, with a force field. Let's actually go take a look from the front. So there'd be a nice set of chairs right there. So this initial demo, if you're playing through story mode instead of, just free multiplayer, you'd just end up starting here in your ship. You're part of a space exploration society that focuses exploring space and looking for fun things to do. Miniature golf, baseball, pinball, what have you. So in this case, you're exploring. You found a signal on an asteroid, this big squarish thing to start with. We're going to come up with a better shape later, make it more asteroid-like. Everything's still in the box shape for the phase for the moment. You get here, you end up playing miniature golf. Through the mission, starts out in your ship. Let's move ahead. Score doesn't matter. Head down the ramp. Down there's the next hole. Bounce off the crew console here, which will open the airlock. Another shot. And then you fire another shot here off of the railing here into this crater. Too strong. Have to redo that one. And there we go. Nice. Not quite a hole-in-one. And normally, if we were doing this in order, it still thinks we're in the first hole. you would raise it up so you could easily pick it up because, you can't really reach through the floor in real life. Unless you can in this case. It's a little wiggly. Now, I'm going to get some more crater physics. Down through this series of craters, notice these holes. They actually lead down to the next crater, unless you did a special hole-in-one shot. Notice this one has 2 exits. Into this cave, another little secret passage to the hole back here. You have this nice domed cavern with, as you can see, some sort of miniature golf statuary, which is strange. It's an asteroid in space, right? You're exploring space to find fun things to do, but you have to build them as well, right? You're not just going to find pre-built miniature golf courses. So let's move down this ramp, sort of space black hole glass. It's really neat to look at from in VR. It's sort of some weird depth kind of looks, even though it's perfectly flat. So we're just going to bounce down real quick. So down here, you get one last shot. That hole is normally back there. This was done really quickly for a demo where we hadn't set up the portals yet. So there'd be like this little tiny interdimensional portal thing here. Think, Portal games by Valve. And if you shoot your ball through there, get a nice shot, it'll rip open a tear in space, big old triangle, like right here between, the posts. And when you go through this, you end up in weird space, what we're calling sort of our portal area, where all portals through the dimensions cut through weird space in one way or another. Let's see, we're going to cut up through the ground here, just make it real quick and dirty. Okay. So, weird space. So just sort of weird 90s shape-a-rama. You never know what you're going to find out here. It could be flying toasters, for crying out loud. So again, miniature golf to start with here. After you go through a few different bits like this, you'd end up at another portal kind of situation. So let's drop a ball. Nice. Almost a hole-in-one. This would open up another portal, and you'd end up somewhere else. Say, Wild West World. So, yeah, once you explore the entirety of multiple different places, you're not, the miniature golf course here is going to, just quick hops into weird space, and then you go somewhere else. Pirates and Toyland and so on. And once you finish the course, it'll create a full loop. You'll end up, back down here, say in the canyon, or somewhere, not that obvious. And then you'd be able to go back to each location and complete more kinds of activities. So it's not just going to be miniature golf. The whole point of this is that it's like a family fun center or a theme park. So you'd end up having go-karts and toy baseball, search and find, roller coasters, merry-go-rounds, what have you. Just go out there, have some fun, hang out with people. There's a story. There is a backstory to this. Tells, figure out who the heck created these portals. Why is there, minecart go-karts in a Wild West world? You got to figure out what's going on. And, but in reality, just go out and have fun with your friends. Also, there would be a free play mode where you'd be able to just, do whatever. You don't have to worry about a story. You don't have to unlock anything. Just instantly go and play miniature golf or go-karts or roller coasters or whatever you want with your friends. In any case, at this point, just want to show you a quick walkthrough of the sort of look and feel we'd created back at the end of 2018. The big old rocket, the shape of it, the fact that we have a plan for how everything is going to fit together, in addition to what we're going to develop next. So with that, just want to say goodbye from formerly Sky Climber Studios, now Silver Saxon Studios. Catch you later.